Hi guys, so welcome to what will probably be the last and final update video of this house that, if you remember, we bought in lockdown. We bought it because whoever owned it before had abandoned it. I guess they'd started to refurb it. There was no kitchen or bathroom. There was plaster bags everywhere, and if you remember, the plaster was really poor. We'll probably show you some, we'll remind you of some of that footage in a little while. So if you've been on any of my training or you've been following my videos for a while now, you'll know that one of the things that I say is that once you've got a deal and you've then decided that you're going to rent it or you're going to sell it or you're going to do whatever to it, BRR, whatever it may be, always at the end, reevaluate your position. Has anything changed? Has your cash position changed? Has the market changed? Have mortgages changed? So what you decided at the beginning to do may not be at the end the best thing to do. And this is a perfect example. So this house was destined to be sold. We bought it, we refurbed it, and it was destined to be sold. But while we were selling, or while we were trying to sell it, we hadn't put it on the market, we just kind of put the feelers out there, spoke to a local agent. A charity approached us and said, could they rent the house from us for a 5-year period? The offer was too good to refuse, so we agreed to rent it for 5 years. So this is now not going to be sold. What that meant is, though, that we had to make some changes. So you'll see that the original staircase, we put a brand new staircase in, because if you look back at the video, the staircase was just all boarded up. So we put a new staircase in. The charity came along and said they want the staircase to be 1100 millimeters high, the handrail. So that's why we've had to, for want of a better word, butcher a lovely new staircase and extend it higher. So this still needs to be painted. We haven't got there yet. And the same thing with the doors. As you can expect, if a charity is going to rent it and they're going to put multiple people in here, they now need the house to be up to fire standard or HMO standard. So the doors didn't used to look like this, but now we've had to change the doors. They're all fire doors, FD30s. Each room has now got numbers on for the room numbers. So yeah, you can see there we've changed the frames, fire door frames. So the old frames that were on there obviously weren't fire rated because we were going to sell it. So we've now had to replace all the frames with fire frames and fire doors. Now you might say to me, well, Nick, if you knew you were going to do that, why didn't you put the fire doors in the beginning? Or even if you didn't know you were going to do that, why wouldn't you just want to put fire doors in anyway? Well, the answer is fire doors are ugly. So if you're going to sell this retail, you don't want to be putting in fire doors. A, they're more expensive and they just don't look as good. Yes, you can get nice looking fire doors, but if we're going to sell the house, we don't put fire doors in. As I say, as things changed, we've now had to take out all the old doors, take out all well, not the old doors, take out the old new doors. So take out the new doors we put in, take out the frames and put new ones in. So as you can see, it's had a new kitchen. We've got some furniture. They want a table and chairs. We've got a sofa, we've got a fridge. So we've got a few things that they asked for. They gave us a shopping list. So they're basically paying for the furniture. We're not paying for the furniture, but we've just agreed to take delivery of it and put the furniture in. So all we did is the main part of the house. So I'll just take you around quickly, but as you can see, it's a big transformation from where it was before when you saw it in the previous videos. So this was the living room. So if we're going to have a look in here now. So now you can see that one of the things is they wanted the fire taken out, so we decommissioned the fire, blocked the fire up, and yeah, a lovely, clean, fresh room, freshly plastered and painted, new carpet. This is their furniture and their curtains, as I say. So although we fitted it, so yeah, so that's it. Stick around to the end. I am going to tell you all of the figures at the end, but just before we do, let's just take you around the house so you can see the rest of the house. So yeah, so fire door. So these are what we call FD30. So that means that they can hold back flames for 30 minutes and also smoke. So they've got smoke seals. They've got intermittent strips here and smoke seals in the door the doors. Sometimes they're in the frames or the doors. We've got a closer up there. You have to have fire hinges. So we've got fire hinges. We also had to obviously fit emergency light in, so there was some additional costs. It cost us an extra £3,000. So when we decided to give it to the charity, it cost us an extra £3,000 in kind of remedial work. So that was fitting emergency lighting, fitting smoke alarms, and various bits and pieces like that. Oh, and obviously the fire doors and things. So that cost us about another £3,000. So on to the smaller room. This was the one, if you remember, that had really bad plaster. It was awful. So yeah, it's a shame. Nice new doors have now been, as I say, chopped out now. And yeah, so we've still got to paint the doors. We've got to do some caulking, and just to make them look, just look better than they are. So this is a small room, room 4. And the largest room, just be careful of those doors, the slamming, quite vicious fire doors. So yeah, so this is the largest room. So they've asked for a wardrobe, bedside cabinet, a bed, and a hospital type mattress, one that can be washed. So as I say, they've paid for that. We've just found, sourced it. So we've just sourced it for them and put them in. But yeah, it's a massive transformation, and it's a shame that you didn't see it as we were going to sell it, but it all happened so quick that it was like, okay, quick, let's get all the doors off, let's get the fire system in, let's get the emergency lighting in, let's get everything changed over so we can give it to the new tenants, which, as I say, is this charity. Oh yeah, the other thing is thumb turn locks on all doors. So the idea there is if there's a fire and you need to escape, then you don't have to be fumbling around for the key. You can just quickly open it, even in the dark, and you haven't got to worry about keys. So yeah, so that's the largest room. So, and this is the second largest room. They asked us to put blinds up, so we've got to fit some blinds. Yeah, that's it really. So, lesson for this is, A, you can make money from refurbs, which we'll come on to in a minute. But B, always reevaluate, because things change. So it's better for us to give this to the charity and have it let out for 5 years. It's going to be a fully repairing agreement. So it basically means that if anything goes wrong, they're going to pay for it. They're also going to give it back in the same condition they found it. So they're going to hand it back to us in this exact condition. So the walls, if they get smashed or damaged, then they'll be replastered and they'll be repainted. If the doors get damaged, there'll be new doors put on. So the kitchen, bathroom, everything, it'll all be handed back as new. Flooring, we've put new carpets in. The flooring will be handed back. So the good thing is we can give it 5 years. We've got no maintenance issues. We get it back in 5 years' time, or they might want to renew it. And in the meantime, any problems, they deal with it and they give us the property back as it was, or as it is. So bathroom, so we just got to put a shower curtain up here. But yeah, so we put a shower in, bath. This was a disgrace before if you saw it. So we've got a new toilet, bath, sink. In fact, that's actually what the doors look like, because we didn't need to change this one. So this is one of the doors that we changed. I'll just close it. So it's just a 6-panel door. That's what was around the house, but obviously this doesn't need to be a fire door because no one's living in here. So there you go, that's the door. So if we just go back downstairs, I've already mentioned about this handle needed to be 1100 high. It's nearly as tall as me. So let's go back downstairs and we can discuss some of the figures. Okay guys, so this is the last video you're going to see on this. The house is now complete, apart from a few little minor things that we're doing that we're not going to show you because we're not going to come back. So if you remember from the first video, we bought the house for 115,000. I estimated that it was going to cost 20,000 to refurb. We actually came in a little bit less at 18,000. The stamp duty and the legals and the purchasing costs came to 5k, so that's 23,000 altogether. So the total spend, including the house, the legals, the stamp duty and the refurb, is 138,000. The house is worth somewhere between 175 and 180, so that means we've made a profit of £42,000. So not a bad deal. In fact, a really good deal. Typically, I say to you that you should expect to make 20 to 25,000 on a house, but this one was it was a good little deal, particularly as it was a lockdown deal. So, guys, I can't stress enough. Look out for deals. Keep searching your neighbourhood. Keep searching everywhere. Look out. Watch my previous videos where I explain what type of deals to buy and how to find them. So, hope this has been a useful little mini series to show you from the start to finish. All that remains for me to say is not only subscribe, guys, but can you hit that bell? Because I've had lots of people say to me that they're not getting notified of when we do new videos. Hit the bell and then you'll get notified. So don't forget to like and subscribe and ask me any comments. Comment below and ask me any questions. I'll answer the questions. These days I'm tending to answer the questions with video, so you're probably going to get a more detailed reply anyway. So thanks for watching the channel, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.